The purpose of this video is to walk secondary school coordinators through reviewing voucher or ticket requests made by students within the Vermont dual enrollment system. Remember, as students at your school request a voucher, you will receive an email letting you know that a voucher or ticket request has been submitted. Let's head over to our system. If students have already reached the maximum number of vouchers or tickets that are allowed, they would not be able to submit for additional vouchers or tickets. The maximum number of dual enrollment vouchers to complete is 2 in all. The maximum number of tickets is 2 per semester, and the maximum number of early college credits is dependent upon the school or university that the student enrolls in. For the early college program, the maximum number of credits at Norwich is 19. The maximum number of credits at the Vermont State University is 18, and the maximum number of credits at the Community College of Vermont is 20. Once logged into the system, head to the Dual Enrollment tab on the main navigation bar. Then select Process Voucher Requests. The first panel will include vouchers to review. These will show each of the types of vouchers or tickets that are pending your review. The bottom panel for completed voucher reviews will show vouchers or tickets that have been previously reviewed. Let's begin by reviewing the voucher details for a dual enrollment voucher request. To review the details, we will select the pencil icon next to the student's name. We will begin by reviewing the details, as well as the student's responses to the flexible pathway experience questions. Based on our review, we will then need to indicate our approval or denial of the voucher or ticket request. Let's select Denied to see what happens. Upon selecting Denied, we must indicate the denial reason. When we reject this request, the student will receive via email the reason for the voucher or ticket request denial. Let's change our response to the question of I have reviewed the student's voucher request and flexible pathway experience questions and have made the following determination to approved. We have responses to the following questions automatically pull in. The reason why this is the case is because this is not the first voucher or ticket that we have reviewed and approved for the student. If this was the first voucher or ticket that we are reviewing for the student, we would need to respond to each of the 4 questions. Each of these questions involves selection of at least one checkbox option, but multiple selections can be made as well if applicable. Let's review these questions. Is this flexible pathway experience a part of the student's PLP, personalized learning plan, or current academic plan? This flexible pathway experience meets the following. This student is ready to be successful in this flexible pathway experience based on, and the student demonstrates the following social emotional competencies indicating readiness for this experience. We may make updates to these fields if they are different from the first voucher or ticket we reviewed. If we select Other for any of these options, we will have a text box appear for us to enter manually the relevant details. Let's deselect Other. The students' responses will populate here, indicating if they require free or reduced lunch, as well as if they will incur out-of-pocket expenses for books, materials, transportation, or fees. We will then indicate if the student is an ELL student and if the student is a special education student. Once all required fields are completed, we can click the Approve button to confirm the entries. Upon selecting this button, the student will receive an email notification with their approval or denial noted. You will receive a copy of this email for your records as well. Let's click Approve. The student's request will now populate in the completed voucher reviews panel. Now, let's take a look at a voucher for a student participating in the early college program. We will find the student and select the pencil icon. We will follow the same steps that we would for a dual enrollment voucher or a fast forward ticket that we are reviewing. We will take a look at the details entered by the student, as well as their responses to the flexible pathway experience questions. We will indicate if we approve or deny the request. If we select denied, we must again select that denial reason. When we select approved, once again, we can see here that this is a voucher request that we have already reviewed for the student. Therefore, we have the responses populating into this voucher request review window. These are the same questions we saw for dual enrollment. We are able to maintain these selections, or we can make updates if necessary. For the early college program, we will encounter a few additional fields to complete. As we see here, the responses entered from the first time we completed these fields have populated. We can make updates as needed. Let's review what these fields are. The first one indicates student has been approved by their high school principal or designee to participate in the early college program. Students' participation in the early college program meets their graduation requirements, and the student has been accepted in an approved early college program. If we select no for any of these responses, we will be prompted to reject this request. Additionally, this will only show 3 questions to begin with. When we don't have a selection for the question indicating that the student has been accepted in an approved early college program, we don't see the field to indicate the college or university. That will populate upon selection of yes. From the student's voucher request, we will see the details populate to indicate the student requires free and reduced lunch, as well as if the student will incur out-of-pocket expenses for books, materials, transportation, or fees. We can make updates to these fields. We will then indicate if the student is an ELL student or if the student is a special education student. We can then click Approve. Once again, all approved vouchers will appear at the bottom. Now, if we wanted to take a look at how many vouchers or tickets a student had requested so far, we can do so simply by searching for the student using the Students tab at the top of our main navigation bar. We will enter a student's name and click View Students. When we found the student, we will select their name. The first screen that loads are the student's profile details. Let's head to Voucher Request. The Your Vouchers panel at the top will show the previously submitted vouchers as well as their current status. Remember, this status column will continue to update as the student's voucher moves throughout the process. Now that we've reviewed the voucher or ticket request process, let's head back to the dashboard and take a look at the user guides and other resources available to assist you. Click on the home icon or the EdPlan logo from anywhere in the system to return to the dashboard. There are user guides that have been put together to walk you through step by step how to complete different parts of the system. As the system evolves in any way, we will be sure to update these guides to reflect the most current functionality. The user guides can be found in the Resources Library widget on the dashboard. The last task to review together is how to get in touch with the Zendesk team at PCG to assist with troubleshooting any issues you come across. To contact Zendesk, head to the envelope icon in the corner of your page. If prompted to log in, your login credentials are the same as they are for logging into the dual enrollment system. Once logged in, you can submit your message details directly in the platform. This is a secured messaging platform, so you can provide student personally identifiable information in the body of the message. Once you submit your message, the Zendesk team will respond to you as soon as possible. You will receive a generic email to your email address associated with your Vermont dual enrollment account, letting you know that you have a new message. You will log into the system and return to the envelope icon to review the response and respond directly within the message if necessary. This concludes walking through how to approve or deny a student's voucher or ticket request within the Vermont dual enrollment system.